At exactly 6 a.m. every morning, Harold stepped out onto his porch in the small town of Ashwood, a steaming cup of green tea in hand. The birds always greeted him first, chirping from the oak tree he'd planted with his wife Margaret 50 years earlier. At 92, Harold was sharper than most 60-year-olds and stronger than people half his age. His secret? Well, it started when he turned 65. I remember the day Harold often told his grandson, Eli, who loved listening to his stories. The doctor looked me in the eye and said, "Harold, if you want to live a long, full life, now's the time to start making it happen." So Harold did. At 65, he retired, not from life, but from stress. He and Margaret downsized their house, sold what they didn't need, and moved closer to nature. The simpler your surroundings, the clearer your mind, Margaret would say. Harold began walking every day, at first for 20 minutes, then an hour. Not just walking, but noticing. The air, the leaves, the way the seasons changed. He started gardening. He grew tomatoes, carrots, and even learned how to compost. "Keep your hands in the dirt and your heart in the moment," he often said. At 70, Harold picked up Tai Chi at the community center. It looked slow, but it made his balance better. His knees stopped aching, and surprisingly, it gave him peace. Meditation followed. Just 10 minutes a day. "You don't need to empty your mind," he'd joke. "Just dust it off a little." But the real magic happened between 70 and 80. That's when Harold started teaching. Not in a school, just to whoever wanted to learn. He taught kids how to grow vegetables, gave talks on mindfulness at the library, and even helped a local bakery improve their sourdough with his homemade starter. "I kept my brain young by never letting it sit still," Harold said. He also kept his friendships alive. Every Sunday, he and a group of friends, some younger, some older, met for coffee and chess in the park. They called themselves the Century Club and made a pact they'd all aim to reach 100 together. But perhaps the most important thing Harold did between 65 and 80 was forgive himself and others. "You can't carry grudges and expect your heart to stay light," he once told Eli. He reconnected with an old friend he'd argued with decades ago. The reunion brought tears, laughter, and healing. Now, at 92, Harold says the work of reaching 100 is already done. The seeds were planted years ago. Now I just tend the garden. Eli looked up at him. "Grandpa, do you think I'll live to 100?" Harold smiled. "If you start living like it now, kid, you just might." Let me know if you'd like a version of this in audio format. I can generate it in a realistic AI voice for you.